Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class, we will discuss about Red Cross. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, just click on I button and you will get link of Hindi lecture. Or you can directly visit to my channel, my student support system. So today's topic is International Red Cross Society. The Red Cross is a non-political, non-official, international humanitarian organization devoted to the service of mankind in peace and war. International Red Cross Society was founded in 1863. The Red Cross emerged by initiatives of a man named Henry Dunant, who helped wounded soldiers at the Battle of Solferino in 1859 and then lobbied political leaders to take more action to protect war victims. His two main ideas were for the treaty that would oblige armies to take care of all the wounded soldiers and for the creation of national societies that would help the military medical services. He proposed further that these societies should have a protective emblem and trained workers, and their services to the wounded should be protected by international treaty. Based on his ideas, the International Red Cross was founded in 1863. The first Geneva Convention took place in 1864 and a treaty was signed for the relief of the wounded and the sick of the armies in the field. It has since grown to a great agency with branches all over the world. In 1919, the League of Red Cross Society was created with headquarters in Geneva to coordinate the work of national societies. Now, its official name is International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC. What is organizational setup of International Red Cross? The International Committee of the Red Cross have 6 official bodies for the administration. Number 1, Assembly. Assembly is the supreme governing body of ICRC. It oversees all ICRC activities. Next is the Assembly Council. This is the subsidiary body of the Assembly. It prepares the Assembly's activities and take decisions. The Office of the President. The Office of President is made up of President and a Vice President. The President represents the ICRC on international scenario. The Vice President assists the President in carrying out his duties and substitutes for the President when he is absent. Next is the Directorate. Directorate is the ICRC's executive body, responsible for implementing and overseeing the institutional strategy and general objectives. Next is the Internal Audit Unit. This is the internal oversight body which independently and objectively monitors and assess the organization's performance and efficiency according to the recognized international standards. The Data Protection Commission or DPC is the ICRC body responsible for personal data protection and ruling on rights of the individual when their cases or other data protection cases are referred to. Functions of International Red Cross Society includes number 1, addressing sexual violence. Sexual violence is prevalent in many modern conflicts including war. The ICRC is stepping up its effort to prevent this crime and help victims. Second is building respect for law. to protect and assist the victim of war and other violences. The ICRC seek to ensure respect for their rights. This includes reminding authorities and others of their legal obligation under international humanitarian law and international human rights law. Next is cooperation with National Red Cross societies. The ICRC works closely with the National Red Cross and Red Crescent societies like Indian Red Cross and the International Federation to ensure a concerted, efficient and rapid response to the conflict and violence. The International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement is the largest humanitarian network in the world. Next is helping detainees. The ICRC aims to secure human treatment and conditions of detention for all detainees regardless of the reason for their arrest and detention. We also seek to alleviate the suffering of their families, particularly by restoring communication between detainees and their relatives and families. Next is helping migrants, refugees and asylum seekers. The ICRC has adopted a broad description of migrants to encompass all people who leave or flee their home to seek safety or better prospectus abroad and who may be in distress and need for protection or humanitarian assistance. Refugees and asylum seekers who are entitled to specific protection under international law are included in this description. Restoring family links. Conflict and disaster separate families, leading to years of uncertainty about the fate of the relatives. The ICRC and national societies locate people, exchange messages, reunite families, and clarify the fate of missing person. Water and habitat. The ICRC provides water in conflict zones and create or maintain a sustainable living environment. Ultimately, this work reduces death and suffering due to damage to the infrastructure or disruption to water supplies. Thank you students for watching this video. For more such videos, you can subscribe my channel or you can like Facebook page also. And for making your notes, don't forget to visit mynursingstudents.blogspot.com and you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and join Facebook group Nursing Notes. Thank you. Have a nice day.